You have to introduce. What are you wearing, JC? I like that.
What am I wearing?
Is that a hat or beanie?
Oh my gosh. So a shout out to my secret Santa, aka Jen, at work. She got me this for Christmas, and I have not taken it off. I mean, I take it off to wash it and go to bed, but other than that, I'll take it off. And it finally got a little bit cooler down here, so I can wear beanies. And since I've worn it, when I wear it out for whatever reason, when I wear like my t-shirts that have Link on it and everything, nobody really says much, but every time I've gone out, I have run into another Zelda fan.
There you go.
Every time.
Cool. Yes. There you go.
The clan is strong.
Yeah. And so, guys, for audio listeners, she's wearing a really nice black beanie with a gold Legend of Zelda crest. So it's that crest with the wings and the Triforce on it. And it looks amazing. It looks amazing on camera. So if you want to check it out, if you're listening on audio, you want to check it out, go ahead over to the YouTube channel. You can go over to Paul Gale, to Lily, to Mike Odyssey, and look at the podcast there. And then take a look at Joyce's amazing, beautiful beanie. So how have you been doing, JC?
JC?
That's a JC and a Joycey.
Who's JC?
I was like, wait, we got another co-host.
Yeah, another co-host. Yay.
Shout out to JC, whoever they are. I've been doing fabulous. So like a lot of people with the huge update to Animal Crossing, I'm like, okay, I can get back into Animal Crossing. It's been a few years since I've played it. And if you were watching the pre-show, you already heard this, but for those who didn't watch the pre-show, so Joycey did not transfer her island from her Switch 1 to her Switch 2. And because of the simple fact that I don't feel like trying to figure it out. I know it's not difficult. This is not Nintendo's fault. This is a total user error. And I'm just like, this is fine. I'll start over. And then the biggest motivation for me to start over is because you cannot move the resident services building. Once it's built, you can't move it. So I picked a map this time to ensure that it was already in the place that I wanted it to be, and I don't have to fret over that. And for that alone, this is worth it. So it's okay. It gives me a reason to go around and chop trees and bury money and stuff like that again.
That's awesome. And over to the great Paul Gale, Force Network. How you doing, Paul? And what have you been playing lately?
The Force.
Pretty good. I've been playing more Ghost of Yotei, a little bit of Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment because I didn't beat it because I'm trying to play through most of the game co-op, and some Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and I played a little bit of Animal Crossing. I have not yet encountered the Zelda content.
Yeah.
But I just...
Me either.
I hopped in and I'm like, okay, cool.
Did you do the hotel stuff at least?
No, I didn't even get to there. I hopped on, walked around a little bit with my kids, and then not enough to really feel it. But so far it looks good.
Yeah, it's not as easy as people think it is. Like when I turned on my Animal Crossing island, my village was like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a couple of months." but
spiders all over, cockroaches.
Yeah, and, the hotel thing, when you're at it, is like every other building. You have to wait the next day for it to be there, and then you slowly build up. I haven't even seen the Zelda stuff or the Splatoon stuff yet. So hopefully that. But that's awesome. Over to Lily Hyrule. How are you doing, Lily? I see the Pokemon there. I think you have something Pokemon else to show the fans.
Oh yeah, I do. It's you can't really tell until you see like the back of the sweater. So let me just get up.
Look at that Pokemon shirt. Look at that.
So cool.
Is that Gengar? Gengar? Is that his name?
Yeah, it is Gengar.
Gengar, right?
Yeah. I got it at the Uniqlo, I think. Yeah. So I'm Pokemon today for some reason, but anyways, not Zelda. I do have a beanie like the one you have. Well, very similar to the one you have. So probably I'm just gonna search. I'm gonna try and look for it, and I'm gonna wear it. We can be,
beanie twins. Beanie twins.
We are buried on snow. We got about 10 inches of snow yesterday. We're at -4 Fahrenheit, so you get to tell. Here's chilly.
It's chilly.
It's chilly. But you know what? I haven't really been playing a lot. I'm very disappointed. I'm actually left out of the Animal Crossing conversation because I've never actually got started on Animal Crossing because I'm too scared that I'm just gonna be playing all day.
It is the kind of game. It is the kind of game.
Right?
It's a genuine fear, especially once you get hit to the fact that you can. I'm not saying anyone should ever do this, and I would never. But I'm just saying, once you get hip to the fact that you can change the date on your Switch to make sure that you pay stuff off, grow the money trees and everything.
Yeah.
So you can get to the good stuff, and so you can actually design your island. Not that anybody ever does that.
I've never ever done. I can't say that.
No one has ever done
it genuinely is March 1st of 2026 at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock. It genuinely is.
All the trees have grown.
Different.
The trees that I planted yesterday are all grown, fully grown. The money tree is full.
Yeah, no, I know that I'm just gonna be completely lost in that game. That's why I've been trying to avoid it. But I have to tell you that I was this close because of what they added for the new collaboration with Legend of Zelda, of course.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't really been playing a lot, and I'm behind a lot of games. One thing that I've noticed, like I've been now that I'm not like fully committed streaming video games right now, I'm just streaming occasionally when there are game releases. So you'll see me most of the times streaming about 4 hours of the game as first impressions, but you won't see me like playing the whole playthrough now. Because I'm focusing a lot more on evergreen content and more videos on my channel and things like that. So I've been busy. But yeah, I have no games this week actually. Nope. Nothing.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, sometimes no games is good because you take a break and relax and just kind of chill and then.
I did see my 2025 recap for Nintendo. Have you guys seen it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And my top 3 were Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Skyward Sword.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Awesome.
How about yours?
I got 75
legit gamer.
75 total games. I don't know how that happened.
Wow.
So I don't know how that happened. I mean, maybe because I get a lot of codes sent right from indie developers, so I play a lot. I do play a lot of indie games personally. Like my top game, actually I think my number 4th game is Roughing the Riverside actually, and nice. So I'm of course number 1 is Animal Crossing. So to your point, Lily, you can. I've spent more hours in Animal Crossing than I did in Tears of the Kingdom, which is insane. Because I remember playing nothing but Tears of the Kingdom. But I've been playing Animal Crossing. I got back into it. Just kind of laying there and trying to get that hotel. The hotel rooms finished, right? The cool thing is that you can decorate them however you want. They give you examples of themes you can use, but I'd never use them. I have a Lego room, an entire Lego room. One of my rooms is Lego.
Lego! Don't say that word. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Lego, the Lego room. I have a Lego
build
couch,
the legend.
Lego couch, a Lego bed, a Lego crafting table, a Lego arcade, the Lego walls, the Lego floor on that room. My other room is in a Super Mario room, Super Mario NES room, because they have the NES wall and the NES floor. So that one's a retro one. The other one is a 3D Mario room with all the mushrooms and all the stars and everything like that. And so I'm making everything a theme that's not even recommended by the hotel. I'm doing my own entire thing, and it's fun. I'm like, yeah, here's a grown man here decorating some room and having the time of his life. But it's fun.
That's the beauty I love about the industry and Nintendo specifically. Whatever genre there is, Nintendo has a game for it. I was so certain I wouldn't like Animal Crossing. The Discord I was in at the time, everybody was getting it. Everybody's talking online and playing. Oh, you come to my island, I'm going to your island. Bring me this, and I'm gonna bring you that. I was like, oh, I'm missing out on all the fun. So next thing I know, I'm stuck in it. And Lily, you are correct. It is a game that takes all of your time, and you do not mean for it to. You playing 2 hours is the equivalent of you probably crafted a couple things, you sold some things, you went on a mystery tour, and then the day's done.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. That's why I'm trying to avoid it at all costs. Like, seriously.
I'll talk her into it, y'all. Don't worry. Somebody gonna be obsessed with me, dagnabbit, for the next few weeks. This is also my break from Octopath, because that game.
Oh yeah, you have been playing like 200 hours or so.
Right? Yeah.
I have two. Yeah, my recap was part of my recap was 200 of those hours were, of course, in 2025, and I'm like, my end of year wrap up basically said you have a problem. Love it, Lily.
Sorry, I'm showing it because someone in my channel is that the Deku Tree? I'm like, yeah.
That's impressive. That's impressive up close.
Very impressive.
I have shared it before because you said the word Lego, and there's a Lego that we need to talk about. Right? So.
Yes, we do. If we can make it out of the tower on time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I liked about
that. But
yeah.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
We will. So we have here. Blah, 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 blah. So Paul, you ready? You got the notes up?
Yeah.
At the end of the page 74. Are you on there right now?
Oh, I don't know if it's 74, but it might be. I have it very vertically. No, it's like for me, it's like page 17 or something.
Okay, that's a week 2, right? Week 2 of the. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Paul is our lead host for today's topic. Paul, what is the name of the topic today? What are we talking about?
Automobiles and why you need an oil change every 3 months or 3,000 miles.
Exactly.
3 months.
Wait. Hold up.
What?
Hold up. I hear that they sell oil you can change once every year.
So what if you're like me and you bought your car almost 2 years ago and you still don't even have 6,000 miles on
Okay. Wrong podcast. That was the comedy hour. Okay. So today is all about the Nintendo firsts. The games that changed everything. Mm-hmm. Or in some cases,
you never forget your first.
Those devices that changed everything.
Yeah. Games and devices, you're right.
Nintendo, for a long time, I have viewed, and I think many of us, all of us in here have viewed as some of the truest pioneers of the industry.
Yeah.
They're oftentimes the first, not in everything, and not everything they touch is successful, but much of what they do ends up getting followed, emulated, copied, inspiring others to do the same. Mm-hmm. So I want to talk about the launch of things. I'll go over several, and then I think it would be fun for the chat to voice in what's their favorite first from a Nintendo, whether it's an IP, a franchise, something like that. And the four of us to pick something to give you an idea, like one of us could pick the D-pad and talk about how revolutionary that was compared to what gaming had before it.
Yep.
Or the first save files in titles, because before save files, something that we take for granted with today, maybe, you had to put in like 16, 24-digit codes to bring you back to a thing. Or the launch of Super Mario Brothers, or the launch of The Legend of Zelda. Or maybe you're a little bit more modern and it's like, no, the launch of Splatoon is what did it for me. So maybe take a moment to think or talk amongst yourselves or amongst us. If you already have it in your mind, any one of us could go first. But chat is free to type in as well. And the four of us pick one first that's console related.
I already got mine. I already got mine.
Of some other sort. I mean, I have way too many, but I have one myself.
Yeah.
I have to think about mine a little bit.
You want me to go ahead and start, Paul? So that way it gets everybody to think about theirs, and then you go since you have.
I'll go second. I've got one. Unless if you
I'll go last.
Okay.
Unless you pick it, yeah.
So Nintendo's first. For me, this is Nintendo's first, and I think that it wasn't successful, the one I picked, but it just shows Nintendo's willingness to innovate and to go the extra mile and go as far as it can in order to create a product that will eventually later on be something good, right? And I'm talking about the Virtual Boy. Okay, the Virtual Boy, when Nintendo released it, I remember like going to my local Sears Okay, in whenever I'm not gonna tell my age, whenever it launched, I was walking into Sears as a young fellow. I'm not gonna say kid or teen or anything like that. I'm just gonna say young fellow. And I walked towards the gaming area because back in the day they had like their sections with the NES and the Super Nintendo, and I see this red big thing just put it on top of the table with a controller, and I'm like, what is that? And the guy goes, oh, that's the Nintendo's new console. It's virtual reality where things are 3D and hyper realistic, and you see things coming at you. I'm like, can I try it? And so when I remember like putting my face into that thing there, and then he turned it on, and it was Mario Tennis, okay. And when I saw those red lines, I'm like, at the time, I'm like, oh my god, this is like the real world. This is like the real world, but it's because it was in it was like a simulation of a 3D kind of atmosphere, but in line. I guess they didn't have enough power in order to make it look like that. But I hit play, and I remember seeing Mario. I think that was one of the first Mario games where Mario kind of had his shape, his form in 3D form. So I think that was like, it wasn't the first Mario in that 3D form way that we know today, right? That kind of led the way to how Mario looks today. Because before that, Mario had the sprite, the 16-bit sprite. We had the NES sprite. We didn't have a Nintendo 64 Mario yet. So
maybe you could argue Super Mario RPG, maybe.
Yeah. So
that's you're right. Like Virtual Boy was that 3D Mario.
It was one of the first. Well, yeah, let's put it that way. One of the first 3D Marios to be presented, and to me that was, wow, that's Mario right there in 3D. It's not that, it doesn't look that little sprite on NES or Super Nintendo, and to me that created a long lasting impact. Oh my god, it's like that's why I'm excited for the Virtual Boy now, because I get to relive that again. And I know that when the Virtual Boy launches right now, they've actually improved the visual so that you don't get as sick as you did, because I remember doing it, and after I was done, I wanted to throw up.
Oh no, yeah.
When I didn't care, I'm like, my god, that was the best experience of my life.
I'm gonna go do it again.
No, I actually did. I did like a couple more times, but I never got to play. My cousin, who is the main reason, like my cousin was the one who introduced me to Nintendo. His name was Eric. He passed away a while back, and he was the one who had the Nintendo that I went to his house to play Super Mario Brothers, to play Kung Fu, to play Duck Hunt, and then later on when I was 9, then my dad got us our first NES system. So he got the Virtual Boy, and so I went to him and I played more, and I ended up, eventually I ended up throwing up after so much play, but it was fun.
Dedication.
It was a moment I will never forget, and again, I think this is like when Nintendo, wanted to push the envelope when it comes to innovation, right? And I think that it kind of speaks on Nintendo's, legacy from making ramen to a hotel, to the noodles, to video games. They're always pushing the envelope, and so yeah, that's my little nugget of history in my innovation. What go ahead, Paul.
Okay. This could be a 5-hour podcast because there are so many wonderful firsts.
Warn people.
I'm going with one that connects with me on a little bit of a different level, because it applies to who I am also outside of video gaming, and that is motion controls thanks to Wii. It's not even necessarily my favorite way to play. I will more often than not be a sit on the couch, comfortable single controller in my hand, or Joy-Con split apart dual analog stick kind of guy. However, rewind to 2006 when Wii came out. For the 5 years prior, I was going for my Bachelor's of Science degree in kinesiology, which is all about the human body and the human body movement and the dynamics of exercise and movement. And in that time, as a kinesiology student, I had clients. I was a physical therapist for people that had multiple sclerosis or who suffered a stroke or who had cerebral palsy, who lacked the finite finger dexterity to play video games or who had to modify it. And then I had the chance. I was also a longtime gamer at this point and a longtime exercise martial arts practitioner. And here I got to play with the Wii remote at E3 2006.
His body was ready.
And it clicked. It clicked. I was graduating from my university and playing Wii at the same time, and it clicked so well. How instant I knew Wii Sports is gonna be a hit. The simplicity, but the fun, the accuracy that you could have without having to have expert mobility. Yeah, you could have more fun standing up and moving around, but like this is going to open up gaming of a different dynamic nature to people in wheelchairs.
Yeah,
that might be losing or might have lost a finger.
Yeah,
or don't have two hands. For elderly crowd, for people that it's their first game, and I'm like, people can move around.
Yep.
The intelligence behind. Anybody could point a flashlight and say, I want the light to be there. I want the light to be over there. Anyone could pick up a TV remote and point at the TV relatively and push on. And when I say everyone, I say more people than those that can handle 12 buttons at a time on a controller. So when I got my Wii in November of 2006, I picked it up with Wii Sports, obviously, and The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. And though I was a huge Zelda fan at that point for years, and I was playing Zelda and Wii Sports back and forth, Wii Sports dominated my hours that evening into the early hours of the morning, and all of my friends coming over because it was just so much fun. And, now you look at 20 years have gone by as of this November, and yeah, maybe I have not had that type of powerful motion controlled moment again since the beginning, but there were plenty of times over the years where there were motion controlled games that benefited from motion controls, like some more fine aiming in Splatoon or different games like Fortnite, for instance, allows for that type of thing. So I think motion controls being added did impact me well. I understood it well, but I appreciate so much what it did for so many other folks beyond my typical me type of gamer that has full access. And I just love it for that.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, Paul. That's actually a great look back in history. And I think that motion controls are phenomenal, man. It's right. Like you think about the Wii, how big of an impact, and how Nintendo did kind of focus the marketing on grown-ups more than just kids, on the family. And you saw the commercials. There was a whole bunch of families, of everybody at every single ages. People who live in wheelchairs that just playing, having so much fun and everything like that. I remember the special needs school where I worked for. And I met my wife there. That was our system. That was our system, the Wii, and they had the Wii on the big giant screen. And you see these kids taking physical therapy with the nunchucks and just kind of doing all that stuff. So I can relate, and that's thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Oh, before we start diving in a little bit more into our experiences, we do have a few shout outs to give out. One of them being a Dream A Lil Mo, because he gifted 20 memberships on your channel. So thank you very much for gifting those memberships. Thank you so much. Rainbow Ash also became a member for 20 months already here on the channel. And Roger just recently joined as a member on my channel and on your channel too, Mike. So that's double. And Steak 1024 gifted 5 memberships at Paul Gale Network YouTube channel. So thank you so much for all of that, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys made me tear up. 20 memberships, crazy. Thank you so much.
Yep, 20 memberships.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you made my heart skip. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, and adding to what you just said, Paul. I mean, I think that's one of the things that had. I mean, they shared, like Nintendo shared why they made the controller, the Wiimote, to resemble a remote control like the one that you use for the television, because they also wanted to target the elderlies and people that had like more first time playing a game ever. They will right away pick up a remote rather than a controller that we're used to as gamers. We're more used to those kind of controllers. But yeah, it actually that's the reason why they sold so much for the Wii, right? Unfortunately, the Wii U kind of but whatever. It was a good concept though. Like, yeah, it was. I honestly believe that was like the first, tryout for the Switch. They were trying to do a hybrid console before
they failed up. They failed up because then the Switch came out and But,
real quick, I did used to play Hyrule Warriors, the original one, because it came out on Wii U first, and then that's right, Wii U first, and that's exactly how I would play that game. Is just on the Wii pad.
Yeah.
And I mean, walking around the house with it was great.
That's so cool. Yep. I heard a story about Paul's. I mean, that's just how big the Wii was. Miyamoto wanted to inspire fitness and inspire people to get up and move. And so because he himself at the moment, I think he heard something from a doctor or something happened with him personally that he needed to get more movement, and that inspired him to then create to develop the Wii so that people can be moving as well, just like him. So that's that was pretty cool. Pretty awesome.
Yep. I guess it's my turn now, but I don't know how to frame it because honestly, I have this console very in a very special place in my heart, but that's because I started playing those games and I was just very wowed by everything how fast it was changing, because we were coming from the Nintendo 64, which by the way, at that time, playing Ocarina of Time for the first time, that kind of blew me away, and that's pretty much what got me into Zelda. But then we got the GameCube. And I know that the GameCube, probably a lot of people are like, it's not kind of innovative, but I really like the fact that what everybody, like Nintendo went around what everybody else was doing. They got this little discs instead of, the regular CDs or regular DVDs for formatting in terms of video games. So I really like that. I like the color. I like that it was a cube for some strange reason. For me, it was so so different than anything else. And I got to play Metroid Prime the first time. So that game was definitely one of my favorites too. Luigi's Mansion, that was pretty much a debut as well. So on the GameCube, it's kind of a very special in my heart because of that. And also the Wind Waker, of course. And when everybody was kind of looking away, like, oh, that's not the Zelda we wanted, yada, yada, yada. Go and play the Wind Waker. It's amazing. Anyways, but that being said, that's the reason. And also the catalog for the GameCube is just massive. If you haven't watched, if you haven't seen the list of video games that you had available for the GameCube, it was just a huge catalog. We also had a lot of mature games there, even though Nintendo never actually kind of focused on that, but there are some mature games on the GameCube too. So that's why, I was a teenager, I was growing up, I was like, oh, this is the future, that's kind of the reason why, and all of the other things that I just explained. But technically speaking, and just because I recently moved, well, not recently, but a few years back, I moved from my country, and I couldn't really take my games with me. The only way that I was able to do that is with the Switch. So for me, in terms of innovation and in terms of simplicity, the Nintendo Switch has been my console that pretty much revolutionary everything. It was pretty much the first hybrid console available out there, and there's a lot of other competitors trying to replicate that. And yes, their video games are running a lot smoother, or they have better graphics or whatever, but it's just that practicality that you have with the Switch, that you can take it anywhere with you. And I don't really like to play on the go, honestly. but there are times that you have to, like if you're on a plane. I honestly, I am very anxious when it comes to flying, so that actually eased my mind a bit. It distracts me a little bit from all the shaking that's happening in the plane and things like that. Like I'm distracted and I'm outside of my, reality into this small device that I can take anywhere with me. And yeah, the Switch has definitely been the most innovative for me, for Nintendo. But as you can tell, based on what I just shared, like I feel Nintendo has always been doing that, like trying new ways to get a wider audience and more people to get to play games. That being said, I hope that Nintendo can focus a little bit more into something and a topic that is very important that Paul just mentioned, which is accessibility. I think that Nintendo needs to really, really start doing that, because I have had, like, ever since I started doing my small tutorials for Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, I was getting a lot of DMs from people saying, I love your video. It taught me, it actually showed me what I needed to do. Thank you. But there was always a follow-up saying, like, I wish Nintendo could make this accessible for everyone. And of course, they shared their current situation and why they are struggling to play certain parts of the games and things like that. So I just hope Nintendo can focus a little bit more on accessibility.
Yeah. To that, because as a legally blind player, because I don't play like everybody else, I feel like Nintendo Switch 2 took it a step further with accessibility.
They did.
And that's a good thing. In the menu area, there's so many accessibility features now added. From they improved the zoom, the voice over to identifying everything you do on the Switch. And I think that's a good start. And of course, like Lily said, we need to go further. I like playing Star Wars Outlaws because to me that's an incredibly accessible game. Right, and I can't really see the little person too much in the dark areas. So when I turn it on, it turns the person bright red, so it looks like a red thing walking around, but you can still see it and play well. So to that, Lily, I'm like 100% behind it. Nintendo needs to push the boundaries, just like they do with innovation on their consoles. If they go that route also with accessibility in video games, in the games, because the console they're doing good. In the video games, then I think that it'll make a big difference. Thank you for sharing that.
Yep, you're welcome. Joycey, you're still doing your research. You're still thinking it through.
No, I'm redeeming miles so I can go on a mystery tour. But let me explain something. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, I just have a whole different perspective now that I play Animal Crossing. I'm like, don't none of y'all pay nothing on this island, but want to live in paradise. I ain't thinking about you people. Anyway, or you animals. So when it comes to like innovation, one thing that I have noticed with Nintendo, and this is kind of a general overview, is nothing's cool until they do it. Even if they're not the coolest to do it. But all of a sudden, so one of the big innovations I thought was the Game Boy. That was massive. I did not have one, unfortunately. By then, different things were going on with parents and whatnot. You know how that goes. But it was massive. It was the first time I had seen actual portable like gaming, like quote unquote real games. Remember, and I'm not knocking them because this was way back when, but what was it, those Tiger games that you could get? And and you just popped in a couple batteries and it's like only one game.
I love the logo and the animation for Tiger. It's just so nostalgic, man.
Exactly. Those things probably worth $1 billion these days.
For real.
But playing like, like, okay, I'm going to play, Link's Awakening. I'm going to play, something Mario. And I just thought that was the biggest deal of all time. Like gaming's not going to, okay, Nintendo's got it. They got portable, they got home console. We don't ever need anything else. Fast forward to the future, to now. For me, the Switch is an accumulation of everything we already have. Okay. again, nothing's cool. And I just said nothing's cool until Nintendo says it is, right? Which is which is also innovative in of itself.
It is.
The Switch combines the Switch 2 especially combines everything that we want. So you want a home console? No problem. You want to take it on the go? No problem. You want to play really cool games, or you want to play Uno, which is a cool game, but it's not demanding. Let's keep it real. It's not a Final Fantasy. You know, you want to play some third party, you want to play your Animal Crossing and your Octopath and your Zelda and or you just want to play all your old games on the go. We got NSO. Yeah. Nintendo got the whole package, and that is not knocking anyone else. I'm just saying that they're the ones that kind of offered this full gaming experience. There are flaws, of course, that we already know about, but the Switch for me, and also when I got back into gaming, I got back into it because of the games, not necessarily because of innovation. And then if Nintendo was still selling me the ugly, well, it wasn't ugly back then, but the ugly original NES in a box, but the games are still amazing, then I would just have a 2026 NES in a box, gray NES in a box console. So Nintendo and I know people are saying, oh, Switch 2 is just a Switch 1. Yeah, because they haven't had this kind of momentum before, even though they were the first to do it. Or nothing's, like I said, nothing is cool until they do it. So even if there were already original ideas, they always took those ideas, innovated it for their for what they wanted to sell us, and all that has just come to a head in Switch. So the thing is, we're gonna probably, if things keep looking good for Switch, we're probably gonna get a Switch 3, then eventually a Switch 4, because I think that's the thing that Nintendo always wanted. We want to sell one really, really great system and continue to build on that system. SNES didn't do as well as the NES. Wii U, of course, didn't do as well as Wii, and there's a jillion other examples, but we only got an hour show. So, so the thing is, to me, Nintendo itself is just innovative. They are just they'll take ideas that are already out there, make them their own, and really expand upon it. But of course, no, let's be very, very honest. I think the Switch is the first system ever made. This is a bold claim, and I know I'm going to get roasted, but I don't care. It's really the first system ever that can accommodate just about anything you want. It is a combination of 40 years of gaming. You know, it is a culmination of all these years of gaming and everything. So for me, the Switch is like, this is my entire childhood, my teenage hood, and everything else, like kind of in one system. And that's what I love about it. It wasn't the game. It wasn't the games that changed my life, or excuse me, it wasn't the systems that changed my life. It was the games. So, but Nintendo, I think, is the first time where somebody said, I'm buying a Switch because of what it offers. They bought it for the system.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to get all these fabulous games eventually, even though the game I want may not be available yet. But I can see somebody saying, I'm going to buy this because I like to play games, and I like to play games on the go, and I like to play games on my couch, and I like to play third party and indie and main Nintendo games. This is the first time I think you could honestly say, I understand why somebody might just buy the Switch. You know what I mean? PlayStation is a little bit different. You know, it's not a bad system at all, despite what people like to say about us Nintendo nerds, you know, that we just hate all other systems. No, we don't. It's just that PlayStation hasn't needed to really do anything different.
Right.
Not that they haven't, but they don't really need to do much different, you know? So Switches, so I can understand why people might say, I want a PlayStation 5 and eventually a PlayStation 6, but what else do I get? Switch, you already have just about, and if you were talking about Switch 2, we already have the original library, where the library is getting even bigger. So it's kind of one-stop shop. And I think that alone is what makes it innovative. Is like, how do you beat this thing? And this is a question I would love to ask Nintendo. If Switch 2 doesn't do as well, how do y'all plan to beat this?
Yeah. I love that question, Joycey. I love it. I love the entire thing, because it really No, it's not a rant. It's more like a highlight. It's a good highlight because it really brings it all together. If you think about Nintendo from the very beginning, right? What was the second console launched? Was it
Wings or what was it?
The Super Nintendo, right? And then it was the Game Boy, or was the Game Boy and then NES, SNES? It was the Super Nintendo and then Game Boy?
It was Super Nintendo, then Game Boy, and then Game Boy Advance, I think.
Right? So
Paul, Correct me.
I think it was Super Nintendo, then Game Boy.
Came out 89.
89,
yeah. Super Nintendo came out 91.
Oh, so it was Game Boy, then NES. So from the very beginning, Nintendo always wanted a handheld system. They wanted
Game and Watch.
The Game and Watch even before.
Yeah, even before the Game Boy. It was 1982. Yeah,
so
like 1980, and then the Game Boy.
So they wanted you to have games in your hand on the go and be able to experience Nintendo wherever you were, right? And so if you look at that, there's always Nintendo has been the only constant company to follow through with every single handheld system alongside their major system, the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP. Then they went over to the 3DS, the DS, 3DS, and all these, until today, where they say, you know what, Nintendo Switch. Here's Nintendo. Wait, the Wii was like, okay, this is the beginning of you playing on the on your screen and then taking it up with you and moving at least to the next room. And the Switch just took it up a level from that. You can dock it and take it with you on the bus, on the train, to work, wherever you want. Nintendo Switch 2 follows through with that.
And also, real quick, Mike, can I throw something in real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Not that portable gaming is anything new. Okay, first of all, I do think that because Nintendo is Japan and Japan prefers mobile gaming, they just have a better leg up. But I find it real interesting that after Switch 1, we got all these other portable devices out here, very good ones.
Well, yeah, I mean,
your Steam Decks, there's a rumor that PS6 is going to have a portable option.
Yeah, and they're
it ain't cool till Nintendo do it.
And you know what? Another cool thing is that even to just to throw props at these companies, they don't shy away from saying that they're inspired by Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Right. And their benchmark is this versus the Nintendo Switch. And even the people's benchmarks, without even thinking about it, they're always comparing everything to the Switch or comparing everything to the Switch too. It's always like there, right? Sadly, Xbox is fading.
Yeah, I got faith that Xbox can make a comeback.
Yeah,
hopefully, yeah.
But when it comes to mobility, right? Mobility, dockability, and all that stuff, everything is always compared to the Switch, which is very, very cool and awesome. Oh, do you have any last things you want to add to before we get into the amazing questions we have there by our chat? You guys are so cool.
Yeah, thank you for your questions.
And we got a couple shout outs as well after Paul.
Yeah, of course.
Couple of fun facts, because we really could go for 5 hours if we did everything. So just a couple of fun things in case we didn't mention them. They are here. Like the D-pad. Revolutionary, but created specifically for Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Game & Watch, because a joystick was too bulky for a pocket device. The Legend of Zelda, we mentioned earlier about internal batteries. The first console game with an internal battery, because before, you had to put in long passwords. I remember one example that I have is specifically playing Godzilla for my original NES. You got to a certain space, you die or whatever, you had a passcode that I would take my pencil on my white paper.
I want to say one.
Yeah.
But after you. Yeah. I want to say one, but after you. Yeah, I want to say one. Yeah.
And then, that's kind of it. Just a couple of little fun little things in there.
I mean, it's little, but it's so massive. Think about the D-pad. Every console.
It's massive. It isn't little. We say it's little now, but it really is monumental. Yeah.
Real quick, we gotta do a huge shout out to Roger Inyart. Thank you so much. He has gifted another 10 to the Mike Odyssey channel, and we get so caught up in our conversation, but please know that we see you, we appreciate you, and thank you so incredibly much.
And another 10 to Paul Gale as well, so that's 20 total.
On a roll. Woo.
Man,
There we go.
Thank you, Roger.
You guys are making me tear up already. It's too much.
Thank you for all the support. Sorry to interrupt you, Paul, but when you were saying that, I wanted to throw in the Legend of Zelda NES save file.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yes,
that was created by Nintendo.
Yeah.
So you were able, like back in 1986, like that's when you were able to save your progress when you were playing, and that was kind of an innovation. Then started, other games. Of course, that's why we have save files in our games. So yeah, thank you, Nintendo.
The Legend of Zelda in 1986 was the first console game with an internal battery.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to have those save files. So that's just nuts. That's just nuts. All right.
And so, dear Nintendo, you're regressing because why do we only have one save file?
And if you're talking about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, not anymore.
I am.
Not anymore.
Yeah, we have more. We have more save files
on the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. You have save
on Switch
files.
2. Yeah,
multiple.
Yeah. But why did we ever go to one? Why?
I don't know.
Why? Different people have different saves for different reasons.
I guess they wanted to force you to use your username, like your user on the system, so that people can save on multiple users within one console. I guess I don't know.
I like to have different saves for different reasons, and y'all know I don't stream or anything, so it's because it's like, okay, if I go this path, I want to know what happens and save here, and then so I could take the other path as well and save different slot.
Question. Where are the questions for the Q&A? I only see the gifteds in the stuff.
Scroll up.
Because we had a lot of gifteds. That's the reason. But if you scroll up, you can see the questions.
I don't see it. If you whoever can see them, go ahead and start the Q&A.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Before we do that, I think that we can start with the one that was the super check, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
All right, the portion of the podcast where we answer your questions, no matter how crazy they are, just throw them at us. We'll try our best.
We could also answer questions about food.
Yeah.
Just saying. And shout out to Nintentex 2 Dope. Someone buy me a VB.
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy. I was like,
I want to have. Listen, I'm gonna try to see if I can give away a couple on the channel. At least,
cool.
3 or 4 Virtual Boys when they come out on the channel, because again, I have the story with that, and I'm gonna unbox and give away a couple on the channel. So stay tuned.
Nice.
Did any of you 4 buy the Virtual Boy?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did not.
I got both of them. I got the box.
My eyes sensitive enough as they are.
Yeah.
I was gonna get both, but since I do have this one, which is all
that works.
I just pre-ordered the big plastic one because that's a Nintendo console that I don't own, that I only played several times back in 95 and then one more time in like 2015, 2016. And so this is a big deal from the collector standpoint,
It is.
I love it.
It is. Yeah. If you're listening on radio, guys, on radio, what year is this? if you're listening,
what's radio? Everybody's gonna be like, "What's radio?
What year is this?" If you're listening on audio podcast, the Virtual Boy has not yet launched for Nintendo Switch, and so that's why we're excited about it. But maybe when you're listening to this, it's already out and you already have it and you already hate it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's going to be available on February 17th, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we're getting close.
All right, thank you, Nintentex 2 Dope.
Thank you.
And shout out to Quicksilver81. Thank you so much for your question. I'm asking everyone, when they make retro discs containing games from NES and Super NES, how do they choose? Is it off popularity or is it random? I think he means things like those retro
collection packs.
Yeah, but more. What was that thing? The NES Mini and the SNES Mini, and they have only certain games on them.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
How do they pick? I think that's what he's going for.
Yeah. So, fun fact: those systems were made because of the low sales of the Nintendo Wii U, and so they needed something for the holiday season to at least boost sales. So that's why the classics were launched And they chose based on game popularity at the time, like just game popularity, like a variation of popular games, maybe not popular to everyone, but some games, that like in each genre, right? They try to include something in each genre, like a sports game or an adventure game, a platformer, and so on.
I would say it's also by popularity, but I think that's also strategically that way. I also think that it's good for them to throw in like a sequel because, for example, Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2, for example, if they weren't or they are included, like if you like the first one, what are the odds you're not gonna like the second, like the sequel, right? So you kind of throw in those freebies, but I think it's really by whatever they know that it's gonna be popular or that the majority of the audience is gonna like.
Yeah, I think it's a fine. I mean, you all said kind of what I was thinking already. I think it's a fine breakdown of what do we put that's enough but not too much.
Yeah,
that's a good deal that is relevant, that represents different times, different eras, and even kind of on a different tangent, when NetherRealm Studios puts together Mortal Kombat Anniversary Collection, how many Mortal Kombats? Surely not all, because they might have Mortal Kombat Collection 2 that then does more. But how is it enough? And what are those titles? And do you do every Super Nintendo, every Sega Genesis version, every Game Boy and Game Gear version? Or do you skip some because some are obscure? And yeah, it's just a fine tuning of things, but that's a good question.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you. And shout out to Lottie Tro here, 9127. Thank you for your question. What are your thoughts about this new Zelda Ocarina of Time Lego set? Yeah.
Has it been announced? Has it been announced? Did they announce it?
Have you seen
today?
it, Mike?
No.
Official video reveal today.
We can
watch it. We can watch it now.
What? Yeah. Somebody
watch it. Lego won't get mad, right?
Somebody get it. Somebody get it. No, they won't get mad. They won't get mad. It's out. It's already public information, right? It's not illegal or anything.
Yeah, I know.
It's up to pre-order on Lego.com.
Today?
Yeah.
Hold up. I have to tell you something. So, do you know how much? Talking about Legos, but it's nothing to do with the Zelda one. But you know how much in Canadian dollars is the Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise gonna be in Canada?
Much.
Give me a number.
1,000.
300.
Okay, 1,000.
I'll say 1,000.
300.
Okay.
400.
900.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
Well, it's 899 with 99 cents. You just round it up.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
But you know what? It is the 8th or 9th biggest Lego set they've ever done. So it's in the top 10 in terms of pieces ever. And what you are getting is like 6,800 pieces for $650. So the value of how many cents per brick is actually quite in line with what Legos are. So it's not that it's overpriced. It's just expensive because they're giving you a lot. The Zelda one is actually a little bit more expensive per brick because it's like 1,000 bricks for 120 or something like that. So it's a little bit more pricey.
I wonder how much grocery can I buy with that much money?
Yeah. My deco tree was like, I think it was 450 Canadian dollars. I paid for that. It's a 2-in-1 kind of deal.
It's a car payment.
I was like, I was afraid of this. I was afraid that Lego was going to go and have a partnership with Nintendo. And not only Nintendo, but Zelda. And they did it. Now that not only that, we're getting a second Zelda Lego. So, my wallet. It's just
my goodness.
Do we think this increases the likelihood of an Ocarina of Time remake?
I think it does. I'm
not
gonna lie.
Talk about this. Wait. Sorry, but I put the video. If you can put the video, Mike, that'll be amazing because
Mike,
I want to talk about that specifically.
Okay. Hold up.
I think that they have a video here. They do. Okay.
On YouTube?
No, it's on our private chat.
Oh, okay.
So it's the Lego website, but they released. I mean, just for people who are listening, just to walk you through exactly what's going on.
This is my first time looking at it, so.
Well, yeah. It's gonna be a good reaction then.
Is it on the Lego site?
Yes, I posted on our private chat here on our chat. So last year Nintendo teased this, and it was this kind of iconic scene where Ganondorf survived, and then he starts to transform to Ganon, and that's like the last scene of Ocarina of Time. And they teased that it was gonna come out in this year, 2026. But recently today they just dropped it, which honestly I think it's gonna be super.
Oh my god!
I just realized you haven't finished Ocarina of Time, have you? This is a whole spoiler.
Oh my god!
Dang it! I forgot about that
spoiler. You haven't
for Mike
seen
this? No. For Mike it is. He hasn't seen this.
Yeah. No.
I don't care. This is beautiful. This is crazy. So that's the Ganon. That's the Ganon that I fight.
Keep looking. Keep pushing that right button.
Yeah.
That's the Ganon that I fight in Ocarina of Time. You know what? I'm gonna stop.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. We're not gonna get into specifics, but just know that you should be scared of that dude.
Look at Link. Look at Zelda. This is Ganon also. Ganon looks adorable.
That's Ganondorf.
Yeah, looks adorable.
Yes.
Dorf.
Suavemente.
Look at that. Suave. My goodness.
Oh wait, wrong Suavemente. I was thinking of Suave Rico.
Ooh, that looks amazing with the Triforce right in the middle.
But here's the thing: it's actually pretty affordable. It's going to be $150 US dollars, 174
this
Canadian.
Is not bad. This is not bad.
Because it's almost like a diorama kind of vibe. Like you can just put it cool somewhere.
Mike, please watch the video. Please watch.
Let's watch the video, and very importantly, not just watch the video. Listen.
Is there a video here on that same website?
Yes, there is. But if you go to the if you scroll up, if you go to the ones on the right, scroll down, and that's the video. Yeah, that's the video.
That's the video. Okay, let's watch it. Ooh.
You get Navi too.
That's a teaser that they released in original. That's the only thing that they were able to show.
Wow. What in the world?
Love it.
So cool.
Oh no! Now I need a Lego Zelda game.
No, we don't want that. Nobody.
No, we don't want that.
The Zelda cult.
You don't.
The Zelda cult. The Zelda cult already met, and we already decided that
you don't want.
We ain't dealing with that.
I need a Lego. I need a Zelda video game with the Lego, and I need a Zelda Lego movie game.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you really want to tick off the Zelda community,
I'm part of it too. I'm not
do that.
I want it.
Do that.
You know what? My next video is gonna be a theory, guys. If you're listening to the podcast on audio or on radio, back in the day, that
radio.
Come check out my theory video on the Lego Zelda game.
No, but honestly, I think that this is a great Lego set.
Nice.
It's very affordable compared to the Deku Tree. I'm really excited for this one. And it's gonna be released in March, so it's not that far away. Also, like I said, it's not gonna be $400 for you to get that. So I think it's very nice. But what I wanted to discuss, Joycey, did you notice something interesting in the song?
Oh, not the song. But I noticed the one of the things I don't want Mike to catch on to is that there's something very, very, very detailed about Beast Ganon.
I'm gonna go out when the podcast ends. I'm gonna go back because I'm not playing anything right now. I'll go back to the forest, try to get my way through the forest again, whatever forest I'm.
I thought you were playing Animal Crossing.
I am, but that could wait. That could wait.
Well, the only thing is that I brought this on the Lego and Nintendo Instagram video, the reel. I was like, original, modified, orchestrated song. if you pay attention to it, that song, it's the song that's supposed to be playing during the game, but it's fully orchestrated and it's slightly modified.
Yeah.
So if you listen to it, I'll say it's kind of a tease that they're cooking up something.
Who knows? Be great.
I'm okay with it, whatever it is.
Let's jump into the next question. We're hitting the mark of the hour mark of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
But thank you very much for your question. Like we're actually very excited.
Any Zelda question is a rabbit hole. We're gonna go.
Yeah, sorry, but I got very excited when I
and thank you.
Even better because you hadn't seen it, Mike.
No,
so that
I
was
didn't
worth
see it. I'm gonna see it again about 10 times after the podcast.
Shout out to Zalarath. Thank you for your comment and question. Animal Crossing New Horizons question. Have any of you played the recent 3.0 update yet? If so, what was your favorite new feature that was added, whether it be an item, villager, quality of life improvements, etc.? Y'all heard my story at the beginning. I'm starting over, so I don't even have any of that stuff yet. I have a lot of stuff, but I don't have that stuff yet. Like I'm still building up, like even on my DIY recipes. In fact, I might need to bug y'all and come to y'all's islands.
Yeah.
Some stuff.
So my favorite part, of the 3.0, it's not just quality of life improvements, right? But I like the fact that random villagers just appearing on my island, just walking around as tourists.
Random people showing up outside your door, like
they even walk into your house. I'm like
uninvited, come right in.
And it says tourist on their name tag, and then it says their name on the bottom. But they're just walking around. Once the hotel is there, you got rooms decorated. They'll make their way into the island, just still walking around. What the heck? Who are you? And you talk to them. You can invite them into your island if you want. And I still haven't figured that out, but that's really cool. Just having more villagers in the game at the same time with everybody else. That's one of my favorite things.
I have not. I don't play Animal Crossing. Yeah. I'm running away from it.
We'll talk you into it.
Yeah.
I downloaded the update. I paid the $5 for the improvement Nintendo Switch 2 version 2, but I only played several minutes of walking around and like, okay, visual fidelity looking good. Things are moving fast and snappy, less loading, but I didn't have more fun with it yet.
Wait, it's
gonna be a fun weekend then.
How come I didn't have to pay the $5? It just downloaded.
Because you didn't get the Switch 2 like Paul was talking about. I think it's like it improves loading times and the way it looks and things like that. But you get the same stuff.
Yeah, same stuff.
Is free except for like the $5 to turn it into Nintendo Switch 2 edition. But the vast majority of stuff is free.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the Zelda stuff, Splatoon stuff.
Lego stuff. Yeah, that's all version 3 stuff, right? Version 3. Okay. All right.
Since it's $5, I might just up.
Thank you, Zalarath, for the amazing question. I completely
forgot about it.
Next question.
Shout out to the original Radical Gemzo. Mike, this is for you. Your opinion on if and when the game Crimson Desert will release for the Switch 2?
Depends on the developer. Developers are in charge of putting the games up on the system. It hasn't even been announced right yet. Do you know, Paul, if it even been announced for Switch 2? Or it's just nothing? Yeah. So, I mean, it's up to the developer. I will just follow their social media, but I believe that eventually it can make its way to Nintendo Switch 2. But as of today, there's no confirmation that it will. But just follow the developer on Twitter, sorry, and you get more information on that. But eventually, I think it'll make who makes Crimson Desert? Who's the developer?
I forgot the name because there's a lot of rumors right now about Crimson Desert, and I think on Nate's podcast the other day, one of the people that, or no.
Yeah, Pearl Abyss. Yeah.
Pearl Abyss.
But I think it was like Kiwi Talks. He's like, I don't think he's a developer. I take that back. I think he is like an insider, and he kind of had an idea that, it's probably coming, but we don't know when. Yeah,
the as of today, the developer Pearl Abyss hasn't officially announced it or even plans on bringing it, but we'll see. We'll see.
It's just a rumor right now.
Yeah. But apparently there was an apparent leak in the GameStop website that I don't know anything about. So
it's coming.
Shout outs Shout out to Rainbow Ash. So this is for you, Mike. Do you think the rumored Ocarina of Time remake and new mainline 3D Zelda game will come to fruition? Do you think one is more likely than the other? Do you think Nintendo will start making, I think he meant to say spinoffs. A new 3D Zelda is definitely coming. Not for a few years, but it's definitely coming.
Oh yeah, the main line is already in the works. That's for sure. Maybe we'll see that a trailer next year for 2029. But
yeah,
the Ocarina of Time
already teasing it.
Ocarina of Time, I'm gonna say yes because I want to will it into existence. I profess myself to be a professional willer, okay, and a professional educated guesser. And so with those two titles, I'm gonna say yes. Ocarina of Time will be making it to the Nintendo Switch too, and so we should be hearing something about it in the next couple of weeks.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you for your question. Oh, there was more to his question. My bad. Sorry, Rainbow Ash. So this is all for all of us. If Nintendo decides to make a Zelda spinoff, what would your dream game be? A racing game, a Rabbids game. I think he meant Rabbids. A Rabbids game. I hope not. I'd want lore enhancement at least, like a Sheik spinoff adventure. And he has more to his question, so we'll go with that section.
So spinoffs for me, I would love to. I'm gonna go outside the game. I want Nintendo to use Nintendo Pictures to do episodes inside the world of Hyrule. Give us some characters that are there, aside from Link and Zelda, but have them kind of be aware of what Link and Zelda is doing in the past and mention them once in a while. But like a spin-off series involving maybe some Koroks or whatever. Quick shout out to my new book, 8-Bit Roast, which has to do with 2 characters inside the world of every game. It's a roast. It's a comedy book coming out next Thursday. I'm even releasing it when Nintendo releases their games. So it's available now for pre-order on Amazon. I worked the entire year last year on this book. I hope you guys enjoy it. And it goes in line with this spin-off thing. Okay. It's about Gary and Larry, and their jobs is to be NPCs in every single game you know. So you'll go on a journey with them. So yeah, just quick and shameless.
There's the plug.
Shameless plug.
I don't know about shameless, but it's definitely a plug.
Yes.
Y'all, I'm just waiting for this fish to catch on. And
Zelda spinoff. I'll keep mine short and sweet. I would like to see Nintendo give the Zelda IP to Bandai Namco and allow them to make a 3D arena-based fighter similar to Soul Calibur, where you've got Adult Link, Ganondorf, Sheik, Zelda, Agoron. You've got
Agoron.
Agoron, Ruto. You've got a Stalfos Knight, a Lizaflos, a Bokoblin, a Moblin. And it's an arena-based 3D fighting game like Soul Calibur, because we saw Link look so good and operate so well in Soul Calibur 2 back in the day that I'm shocked that this hasn't happened in the last 24 years, but that would be pretty sweet.
Only Smash. We call it Zelda Smash.
Okay, I have one. I would like, just because Zelda has its own lore, we already have Hyrule Warriors, so I think those are good spinoffs for the time between wars and all that other stuff that happens in Hyrule, that we never ever see or talk about. But I would like a visual novel.
Ooh.
Let's go ham. Let's go ham with the artistry. Let's go ham with the voice acting and everything. And let's talk about all the lore that is in Zelda. Because I do understand to an extent. I'm a reader. So long stories and stuff like that don't bother me. Again, Octopath Traveler is nothing but, there's a lot of other stuff going on, but there's nothing but story after story after story. So I don't mind long stories. However, I do understand in an action adventure game where you're like, I don't want to sit here and read for 20 minutes about lore and whatever else happened. I want to go whack something with my sword. I understand that. But Nintendo has Zelda has enough lore that it could create its own visual novel, and then they can, not only do they have a new way to make money, they have a new game, and all of our Zelda fans are going to buy it for the sheer curiosity. And if it does well, then that's another good way that they could get lore out and plus do a spinoff. Yeah. And thank you guys so much. Rainbow Ash again. and this question is going to go on for a while, guys. So let's strap in. So this one is for me and Paul. If Nintendo decides to make a Zelda spinoff, what would your dream be? Oh, wait. Sorry.
I can explain this. I think it's because when she initially asked the question earlier, I let her know to make sure to at
tag.
Tag whomever the question is for. So you guys already answered. Yeah. So,
okay, so you already answered this.
Yeah, you guys already answered it. Yeah.
I just want to add one, but it has been done already. Give me another crossbow training. That's it. That's all I want.
Give me Twilight Princess 2. Otherwise,
that's not a spin-off.
No, it's not a spin-off. No, look, okay, Joycey rant moment. The fact that we got Link's crossbow training instead of Twilight Princess
the 3D
2.
demo. Yes,
because the Zelda team was so glad at the way Twilight Princess was received, how well that it did for its time. And then of course who don't want to see Midna again? Don't we all want to see Midna again? I want to see Midna again with a fine self. So we got all of that going on, and Miyamoto said, Link's crossbow training. Dear Mr. Miyamoto, you and I forever got beef just for that. Forever.
Is that the last question?
Forever.
Was that the last question?
It was the last question, but there were two things that I feel that it was nice to highlight. If you guys want to read it, they're not questions. It's more like when we were talking about the experiences with the innovation. There's one with Art Bentley. So thank you very much for your comment. My first was 1982. When I was 12, I got a launch ColecoVision with Donkey Kong. I loved it, and then we got Donkey Kong Jr., the Smurfs and
Adventure.
Which is
that's nice. That's nice. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome.
I love that.
And the next one?
Also from Art, would you all like to have a rare replay on the Switch?
Everybody at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Why the heck not? Yes.
Yes.
Although I'm not sure exactly how that relationship ended. I don't think it actually ended in good terms.
Yeah.
That could be a problem.
You can never say never when money's involved. So
yeah. But that was it. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you guys so much for those questions. That means that it is the end of episode 2, led by Paul Gill Networker. Thank you, Paul. You did a great job leading the topic today. And guys, we're still not over yet because I think Paul has a question for Lily.
I'm gonna ask Lily. Lily, next week you're tackling the Water Temple.
Ooh.
Is it a masterpiece of design or the most frustrating level ever created?
I love the Water Temple. Sorry. No, I think that difficulty is actually something that it keeps you motivated, depending on how you play, right? So yeah, I think it's I like challenges. So yeah.
All right. So we'll find out what Lily has in store next week when we go over the Water Temple. All right.
Yeah, I got some.
Get all your keys.
Yeah, find Lily at Lily Hyrule, Paul Gill Network, Joycey at Joycey J, DJ Joycey J, and myself and Mike Odyssey. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Before we let you go, we got what? How many words? 2. 1. Never give up. And number 2. Journey on, friends. Bye, guys. Take care.
9 Topics Podcast. Press start, turn it up, let the good times last. Mario, Zelda, memories unlocked from retro to now. Yeah, we love Nintendo talk. We debate, we laugh, we level up the vibe. Netopians unite, yeah, you're part of the tribe. Every week, every topic, let the fun never stop. It's the